Good morning, everybody. This is Laird, and I had an interesting question this week. Someone had contacted me. They were wanting to create a report that had different age groupings than what the OHRS reports had, and wondering if I knew how to do that. I didn't know offhand how to do it, but within a few minutes I figured it out, because I figured if OHRS had done it, then we should be able to reverse engineer it. So when looking at the OHRS business view, I discovered that they had actually created a formula for the age grouping. So I'm just going to go into the catalog manager. Oops, sorry about that. And I'm going to go down here to formulas, and you'll see here there's OHRS age groups. So if you right click it and go to edit formula, you'll see how the age groups are defined for the OHRS reports. So in this case, if there is no age, they just label it as blank. You could put anything in there you want, like no age or data not available, but they just decide to leave it blank. Then if you're over 64, you're classified as elderly. If you're over 17, you're classified as an adult. If you're under 18, then you're pediatric. Now, the one thing with doing the formula the way it is you have to make sure you put these in the proper order. Because we're using an else if, the first time the statement is true, it stops right there, saves that value, and does not continue on. So in this case, they've set it up properly, because if it's more than 64, they want it to be elderly. If they had this line here first, where it said greater than 17 was an adult, then you could be 105 and you would still be classified as an adult, because the statement would end right then. So you just have to watch your order. Now, being lazy, like a lot of us are, I didn't want to have to figure this syntax out and retype it into a new formula. So luckily there's cut and paste. You can highlight it all and just copy. And so now we have the formula that OHRS had copied into our clipboard. So let's close this, and I'm going to create a new one called Alt Age Groups 2. I created this one here just for testing earlier on, but we'll create a new one so you can show you from scratch. So we're going to right click on formulas, get new formula, and just for simple sake, we're going to call it Alt Age Groups 02. Man, A for originality here. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paste it. Now, the only thing is, this is not what we want to show up, because it's just a duplicate of the OHRS one. We could have just built that into a business view. So we're going to change some of the numbers here. So in this case, the person wanted this to be 54. So anybody over 54 was now a senior. They wanted the term senior. Yikes, I'm in that category. But somehow in Canada here, I don't seem to get any discounts when I go to eat, but that's besides the point. Then they wanted anything over 19 to be an adult. So if you were 20 or older, you were going to be an adult. So we're going to change this to 19. And you were going to be pediatric if you were 20 or less. So we put that. We could add one in there too if you wanted to. Like if you wanted to have one where if someone was over 70, you called them, a perfectly aged human being. You could create that if you wanted to and add it in up top. But for now, we'll just stick with these. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say save. So it saves that formula. And close this down. And now you'll see I've got Alt Age Groups 2. So if I right click on it, go to Edit Formula, you'll see that it's got the formula broken down the way we wanted it to. Now what you have to do next is you have to add this to a business view. In order to group within a report, you cannot group based on a formula that you create inside your report. It has to come from the business view. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new business view, and we're going to call this, I'm just going to use the demos, so I'm going to say demos with alt age group 02. Again, you can name it whatever you want, but I'm just going to use this for simplicity's sake and say OK. So now I need to put in what I want to be in there. So we're going to go down here to, where am I going to go to? Why am I not finding what I want? Okay, here we go, views. So we're going to add the demographic view to this, but then we're going to go down here. Oh, and the formulas aren't in this section, I don't think. You'll have to forgive me because I've only done this once or twice, and I think we had to pick the formula up from somewhere else. So we're going to say OK. Yes, here it is. So now I can click on formulas, and I'm going to add alt age group. I'm going to add alt age group 2 in there, but then I'm also going to add the demographic view that we just added in. So now both of them are in this business view called demos with alt age group 2. This is how you create business views. And we're just going to hit save. So if I close this down, I'm not going to create a new report yet, but you'll see that now in my business views I have demos with alt age group 1 and one with demos with alt age group 2. And if we look at it, you'll see that we do have the formula that we created, the alt age group 2, and we have the demographics file. So now if we go back out and create a report, we'll just create a quick web report here, and we're gonna, for the business view, we're gonna choose the one we just created, the demos with the alt age group 2. We're gonna say next. Display fields, let me see, what do I want to display? I'm not really going to display anything, but what I'm gonna do for first, just for reporting sake, is I'm gonna put in the ID. Did I go past the end of demographics? That's the patient ID name. I'm not sure why they don't put them all together. Yeah, here, okay, sorry, here we go. Patient ID. And let's see, let's add their age in there too. When I build a report, I like to build them at the highest, at the lowest level possible, and then refine them a bit. Okay, where is the age? Age in years, right here. So we're going to add that in. Okay, and we're going to go next. And now the group by, this is where we're going to choose the formula that we had. And we'll hit finish. And so right now, let me see, yeah, everything's going to show. So if I run this report right now, it's going to show me, first of all, everyone who's got a blank age, because these are all showing age in years as being blank, and this is all their chart numbers. And if we scroll down, now you'll see, whoops, we're in adults. So now this is showing us all the adults, and we can see that the age grouping is right. There doesn't seem to be anything over 54. This is why I like to do the full report first, because I can manually check to see if my grouping is doing it right. Yeah, there's 52s, but there's no, I'm not seeing any 54s. I'm not sure how far down I gotta go. This is one thing I don't like. I wish there was some way you could tell it to jump to page 100. Maybe if someone knows, you could let me know. I'm just going to jump right to the very end, because we know we're in seniors. And let's see, yeah, there's a 59 in seniors. I just want to make sure there's nothing less than 54. Oh, there's a 55. That's good. That we'd expect that. But I'm not seeing anything less than 54 or 55. So I think we're good. As I say, this is just one way I do some checking to make sure it's pulling the data that I want. Now I can go back to design view, and I'm gonna I hate it when they group all these fields together in one. So I'm going to try to unmerge these, but it's not allowing me to. And I want to put some formulas in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'll come down here to local aggregation. I'm going to add an aggregation. I'm going to call this total clients. Okay, and we're going to look at the age in years. No, sorry. I'm gonna be doing a count on the patient IDs, and we don't need to do a distinct count because there should only be one popping up for each, but I'm still going to make it distinct. So now, down here in the group footer, there we go. Now I can unmerge all this. So now I've got a different cell here for each of them. So in the group footer, I'm going to copy this display field, which is going to be. Let me just finish here before I ruin my chain of thought. This will show what the group name is, because this field here is the group name. So in my footer, I want to have the group name, and then next to it, I want to have the total clients. So now at the bottom of each section in this report, it's going to show the group name on the line and the total clients. I really don't want to see all the detail now, because I don't need to. So I'm just going to right click. That one's already hidden. I'm just going to right click on the table detail and say hide. So now it's going to hide this line as well. And when I run the report, I'm only going to get the category. So I'm going to get adult 3,804, pediatric 1,054, senior 8,181. Of course, you can do all sorts of filtering on this. Like if you only wanted it for primary care, you could simply go in to your filter and tell it to only select, the staff that were in your doctors or NPs, things like that. But this will show you how you can create a group, add it to a business view, and then use that in a report to meet your needs. Anyways, I hope this helps. I know it was a bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but I encourage you to go down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That way you get notified every time a new video is posted. And if you have any suggestions, I'm always open to suggestions as to what you would like to see made as a video. It can help all of us. So have a great day, and thank you for watching.